Good morning, parents, and welcome to the 2021 school year again. I wanted to send out my first tutorial video before Monday, before the first day of school, just so that you guys can familiarize yourself with the platform. That's really the main goal of the first week of school, is that you feel comfortable with accessing the online materials and online platform for McNeil Canyon Elementary School. So as a school, we chose to go with Google Classroom, and so everything will be housed in Google Classroom. Now, I wanted to be very clear with parents that we're trying to make this very different than the spring. We want everything to be as streamlined as possible, as user-friendly as possible, and really I want to keep those lines of communication open, and I'm constantly seeking feedback and what would make your life easier, but also as meaningful as we can, right? We want to provide the most meaningful education as we can and intentional educational lessons as we can, and it's a partnership. So I want to show you and step you through how to access everything, and hopefully you're able to save this video and we're able to access at a later date if you need to, as a refresher, a reminder on how you access different materials. And please, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. It's okay. We're all learning this new platform together. So if you go to kpbsd.com or their website, you can access Google Classroom through this toggle at the top, Google Classroom, or what I'd really like you to do is just go to google.com and familiarize yourself with the waffle. This 3x3 dot array on the right hand side is called a waffle. This will house all of your child's Google apps. So remember, your child is going to log in, or you and your child will log in. And even if you facilitate this and you buffer the screen time and you step them through this online platform, remember that it's your child's Google account that will access all of the materials. So even if it's you who are facilitating this, it's going to be their login and username and password. Every kid, when they become a third grader, they automatically have a Google account. So you'll click on the waffle and you want to go to the classroom icon, and they will be loaded into essentially 4 different classrooms within the third grade, kind of umbrella Google Classroom. So you will see Hanson's Dragons, then reading, writing, math. On Monday morning, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to log on to Google Classroom, and I would like you to click on Hanson's Dragons. Consider Hanson's Dragons, where you will find your week at a glance, your updates, your home page, start page, homeroom. This is where you will start. Now, a lot of things get lost in the stream. It automatically takes you to the stream. That's why it's highlighted here in black on the bottom. Please ignore the stream. I'm trying to teach students and parents to ignore the stream because it's just a constant feed of whatever I've posted, whatever kids post, and it's often challenging to find information, specific information, and you get lost. So ignore the stream. The first thing you're going to do after you click on Hanson's Dragons is click on Classwork. At the top, you're going to see my Zoom link. That's always there in case you can't find it. And I'll talk about the Zoom expectations here in another video. And if you watched my Meet Your Teacher greeting video, you'll know that it's very minimal Zoom interaction compared to the spring. After you click on Classwork, I'd like you to scroll down to Interactive Classroom. Think of our interactive classroom with the dates of the week that we are attending as our start page. When you click on that, it gives a little explanation. When you click on the virtual classroom, this is where you can find the overarching information for the week with links to various assignments, and I'll show you this as soon as it gets loaded. Go ahead and press the Present button because it's easier to see. This is our virtual classroom. It has links to my contact info. And whenever you want to go back to the home page, just click home. It has our Zoom link. It has our schedule. Now when you click on schedule, this is what our schedule looks like for in-person learning. If you are a remote learner, or if we're red, really you as a parent are going to make your own schedule. It's very fluid, and it's going to be modified to best meet your needs at home. So you won't follow a strict schedule like this. You will create your own that best fits your family dynamic. I want to go back to the home page. Here is also where PE will be linked, music will be linked. This is where you can go to the Google Classroom district page if for whatever reason you get lost, and it kind of has some quick links here. It will also have your assignments. This is where you're going to find the week at a glance. So when you click this, it's actually going to open up a new Google Doc page that you can access. And it is just a glance at what we're going to be doing, our learning goals for this week. So essentially for the first week of school, you're just learning how to access all of these materials. And then I will load little chunks for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It'll look like this format. But if you're learning from home, you can choose to do 2 days of work in one, really modify it however it meets your needs. Please note that the amount of work coming home for remote learning is considerably less than the amount that's getting done in school, just because that's the capacity at home. Now, when you go back to the presentation, there's also quick links for math and language arts. When you click these, and even if you are in the week at a glance and say on Monday for reading, there will be a link here. Whenever you click a link that is related to content, it's going to automatically link you back to the Google Classroom. So again, think of the Google Classroom as the umbrella where all the lessons are housed. So again, I'm going to go to those three lines, my classes. Here are all my classes. This is where all of the information is, where it's housed. If you click on reading, and remember, ignore the stream, go right to classwork, you're going to see eventually where the lessons will be housed, but everything should be linked in the week at a glance or in the Google Interactive Classroom. So remember, think of the Interactive Classroom as your start page where you find your assignments for the week. There's quick links to the Google Classroom, but all of this is located in our Google Classroom, either for reading. Remember, if you want to go back, you can also go to writing and math. When our capacity grows, science and social studies will be added. I hope this gives you a little bit better understanding of where the information and assignments will be located. When we have something that's due, I will send another tutorial video on how to access it. This is all a learning process. And really the first week is we are just familiarizing ourselves with the platform and working out the bugs as well. For myself, we are trying to make this as streamlined as possible, but we're still, I feel, building the ship as we're sailing, and things do change. And so as I upload this week at a glance, it might be that if you want to manipulate the document yourself, so maybe you want to take this with your kids, you can print it. I recommend printing it. If you want to manipulate it online for you as a parent, you're going to go to File and make a copy, and you'll make your own copy, and it'll just say copy of August 24th through the 28th. But I recommend printing. I will have hard materials and hard copies because I think that it's very important to limit screen time and to have those tangible documents and math books and reading books. You also have handwriting. and social studies workbook. I believe all of that is very important to have in hand and to reduce that screen time. How I plan to do lessons, I'm actually going to record them and upload them. So when you look at your week at a glance and you scroll down to Monday reading, it might say introductory video, and then the next one might say lesson 1 on sentence structure, and it's going to be my lesson on sentence structure. And then what will happen is I'll have another tab down here where it will give you either the worksheet to click and print or directions on where to access that information in Journeys, what page to read, pages to read, and page to respond to. So stay tuned for that. I hope this was informative, and please provide any feedback that will better meet your needs. All right, until next time, thanks so much for listening. I know this was a long one. I promise my other videos will be short.